Hey guys, it's JonTaun from Total Brohammer, and today looks like we'll be fighting Nidhogger. Nidhogger? Who knows? He's gonna play High Elves. Let's go ahead and get some Beastmen in here. I feel like playing some Beastmen. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to autogen. So there's our army. So we're on Iron Mountain Pass, and now let's just let's go over our army while we give him some time to make an army for himself. So for our lord, what do we got? We got Khazrak the One Eye. He is on his chariot, and he is going to have his abilities here, which are going to make him pretty formidable in melee. Although he's not going to do a lot of good single target DPS due to the fact that he is on that chariot. Unfortunately, we do not get his abilities over here. Oh man, and the Dark Scourge, look at that. That seems like it could be pretty good. Looks like we got a Bray Shaman of Shadows. Gotta love Shadows. Love everything about Shadows. The Withering can be okay. I don't like Alchemist Mind Razor. Oh wait, I do like Alchemist Mind Razor. If we have to get into melee with any Dragon Princes, we'll use that, because then we'll be able to cut through that physical resistance as well as get more armor piercing damage. And what I don't like is the Pit of Shade. So he's going Empire. So Empire doesn't. I would say that that's going to be a tough one for Empire. But we are auto-genning, so we'll see how it goes. Looks like we got an Ungor Spearman Herd, we got 2 Gore Herd with Shield, we got 2 Best-Gore Herd. I love the Best-Gore Herd. 1 Synagore with Great Weapons, amazing unit, 2 Razor-Gore Herd. These guys are actually can do pretty well. We'll mix them in with our Gore Herd with Shield, and they'll be able to mess up some Grey Swords. We also got a Cygor and a Giant, so you don't see the Giant too often, especially on the Beastmen side of the fence. So that should be interesting. I don't know how many guns he's gonna bring. I usually only bring Outriders, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Nidhogger wants to pull on us here. He's got plenty of room for some cannon action, so maybe we'll get some of that. So he's ready. We're gonna ready up as well and do this, guys. Empire versus Beastmen. Empire versus Beastmen. I don't get to fight the Empire too much. Maybe he brought that Gelatin Double Witch Hunter build. That'd be interesting. If he did, then all we need to do is not. Well, it'll still be hard, but we need to not bunch up. Try to spread them apart. Because that final transmutation can do a ton of damage to blobs. We'll have to keep our Lord on whatever side of the field his Witch Hunters are not on. We are going to get hit with that final transmutation just because Balthazar Gelt can fly. So if he has that, it's not going to be unavoidable. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start over here and come in through this way, so that if he does have a cannon, we'll at least have some force cover some part of the way. So let's go ahead and put the Ungor Spearman Herd closest to him. If it does have a cannon and it does auto fire at the beginning, it'll hit my lowest tier unit most likely. I don't know if that's how it works. Maybe they auto target good units. Not sure. Put my best score in the middle here. Put our Razor Herd near our Gore Herd with Shield, so we can get some mixing in there. And we'll put our Synagore to Throwing Axes back there. We'll have our Cygor. We'll put him right here. And if he tries to, we'll have these Ungor Spearman Herd in support, and we'll put our Giant front and center, along with our Caster and our Lord. So I'm liking it. Let's see what we can do here, guys. Let's see what we can do. So let's do it. His army is very big, so might be tough. He's probably got a lot of range, which won't spell good things for my Giant. Man, look at this Giant. I like the hairy Beastman Giant. He's, well, less ugly, I think. Alright. Ooh, and that's a lot of Pistoliers. Interesting. It's a lot of Pistoliers. So we need to start moving immediately. Let's get these guys moving. Let's get you moving. We got some Empire Knights in the forest here. Very interesting army. Not too worried about it, to be quite honest. And you know, at this point we should probably just shoot at these guys. get you these Synagors with great weapons out over here, and have our army keep on moving up. Let's go ahead and move you, have our caster come up here, and we'll just have you set up right here. And let's have these guys try to come work on Karl Franz here. And we'll get a feeling foe on him. No, he's just gonna get out of dodge. Which is a good idea, honestly. So let's go ahead and... Wow, man, he's gone so wide, which is honestly a great idea. So let's just kind of try to get in here. And get in over here. Let's keep on hitting up these guys and have our caster move this way. And it looks like he's not getting a great engagement with his Empire Knights here. So let's pull these guys back. We'll actually pull them into these handgunners, pull these guys into these handgunners, and this is, looks like he's not doing great here. Let's use a Melkos Mystifying Miasma on these guys, try to slow them down. And we are getting in on some of his gunners here. Let's pull you over here and get on these gunners. And let's go ahead and get these guys into melee here. Get those guys on the handgunners. And he just didn't get a great engagement with all his Empire Knights here. Now he's going to try to go after my Synagors over here. Let's try to get into all these guys. Let's move you this way. Let's go ahead and get Khazrak in here. And these Gore Herd and these... Oh, gotta get our giant moving up. These Gore Herd and these Razor need to start moving. You can honestly move into those guys. These Bestigors can move into these Outriders. Let's go ahead and try to finish off these guys, and we really need to get it on this big blob of handgunners back here. So let's go ahead and bring our Lord that way then. Let's get this giant up here. And it looks like he has used Karl Franz to rout off our Cygor there. So let's move you this way, getting into these handgunners, so that's really good. Let's get this caster. Let's get a Nundral Pendulum right here. Looks pretty good to me. And yeah, let's get all you guys to run into them. And this giant is going to... Oh man, come on, Karl Franz. Come back, you coward. Looks like we're getting some pretty good engagements back here. Those Empire Knights did not get a charge on us. Let's move you towards the giant, because I feel like he's going to go for him. And let's get in here on these infantry. So as you can see, he's not getting great charges with his Empire Knights, so I feel like that's going to be really bad for him. Move our Lord this way, as well as our caster. And do we need him fielding foe over here? Okay, we're winning this battle over here against the Empire Knights. Let's go ahead and run into these Empire Knights and move these Bestigor and the Gore Herd down this way. So, what do we got over here? We got some Razor Herd. Let's go ahead and run into those Empire Knights. And let's get my giant and my Lord going after old Karl Franz here. I'll get my caster going after these handgunners. And chase them down, bring them down. We're not going to be able to catch those Outriders, so I'm not too particularly worried about them. And we're doing a really good job on these Empire Knights. So let's go ahead and pop all this jazz and pop an Infilling Foe on his Lord as well. And let's get everybody on him. Let's also pop a Melkos Mystifying Miasma to slow him down, so it'll be harder for him to escape. Alright. So these Gore Herd are getting shot up while they're fighting the Spearmen, and this is a fight, my friends. This is quite the fight. But I feel like he's going to do pretty well. We are messing up Karl Franz quite badly. Let's get these Bestigor Herd moving into all these Free Company Militia. So those are Free Company Militia, not handgunners. So that's why they're not doing nearly as much damage. That makes more sense. Let's go ahead and have Khazrak get moving. And we're doing good work against his Lord here. I have got to say my Brudes. Alright, let's get my giant over here and also put him in a group. Let's try to bring Karl Franz closer. And let's just go after him. So let's pop a Melkos Mystifying Miasma on these Empire Knights. That's going to reduce their charge by quite a lot. And let's start running after all these Outriders. Alright, so let's go hit these Free Company Militia. And let's see if we can get another what's it called? Enfielding foe on Karl Franz. Unfortunately, he is in the air now, but let's get our giant. Everyone on him. Let's get good old Khazrak One Eye out of there. Looks like he's going to be charging around with his Outriders, which is honestly a really good idea. Let's get into these handgunners. Or rather, those free company militia. And these Gore Herd can also go in there. And he's getting some really good charges with these Outriders, and he's going to reduce down to Outrider charging to defeat me now, but now that we've taken Karl Franz, it looks like he is going to army losses. So it looks like the auto-ginning Beastmen have been victorious, which is kind of surprising. Go ahead and get a milk off this fine Yasmin, get some extra damage on those Outriders. He really should be running with these guys, and he's making a big mistake by not doing that, because honestly, he has a lot of ammo left with them, and if he had microed them a little bit better, I think he could have just shut us out. And also, losing Karl Franz was a big mistake with the giant there, with Khazrak One Eye, with his buffs. With his buffs, even on the chariot, he's not a bad single target melee combatant. So, as well, we had the enfielding foe on him. So let's look at that in-battle breakdown here, and see how our individual troops did. So that was a pretty fun one. I enjoyed that. You'll have to tell me how what y'all think of the auto resolves. Not the auto resolves, but the auto gens. So look here, Khazrak the One Eye with 130 kills, best score, performing amazingly as always with 130 and 75. I was pretty scared at the first when I saw how big his army was. I definitely think you should cut two of these free company militia and got a caster. That would have been really helpful. He went for a really wide just rush in, do a bunch of damage, and honestly, this build was relying on the power of Karl Franz to do single entity damage. It was relying on free company militia to do things like take out minotaurs and just infantry, while the spearmen just fight roadblocks, and an anvil for the Empire Knights to do some cycle charging, and the pistoliers and outriders could really kite those Synagores and make them pay. So I think that was the idea behind his army, but he just wasn't able to execute very well. And there is a lot of micro to be done with this army. I mean, look how many cav units he has. So very interesting army, but even that wasn't that great. I feel like we got pretty lucky with this being the match that we auto-ginned. So like I said, Khazrak One Eye with a ton of kills here. Our Gore Herd did pretty good as well. Really good. 92 kills on these guys. Even the Young Spearman Herd did well. Cygor was pretty useless. The Giant did some really good damage in conjunction with Khazrak to Karl Franz. That was pretty good. And we got on some free company militia with our Synagores with great weapons. I did pretty much sacrifice them. I gotta say, I really like the Razor Gore Herd. Look at these guys. They got... Oh, actually, they may have started out with chevrons. It is an auto-gen army, after all. But they did a really good job at pinning down some Empire Knights, I think. And they do have good armor percent. But anyway, good game to Nidhoggerl. And that's going to be all for this one, guys. This is JonTaun for Total Brohammer, signing out.